Hello everybody, welcome to part 13 of Let's Play Pokemon White 2. In the last part, we started exploring the Castelia Sewers, and now we are going to continue doing so. But first, let me exit the sewers as soon as possible, unless I find a Zubat. Let me see if there is a Zubat here, because yes, there is a Zubat! And of course now we're in single battle mode, because we're no longer teamed up with Linus. But I want to catch this Zubat real quick, so this is a female Zubat, level 14. Hopefully its nature is not bad, not that I really care, but we'll see. I mean, I think I recall in my last... my playthrough of White 1, my Let's Play of White 1, I caught a Ferroseed and kept it even though it had a hasty nature, which is a terrible nature for a Ferroseed to have, but... Well, I don't think I should be worrying too much about natures, but still, I worry about it sometimes instinctively. So let's use Water God on that Zubat, see how much damage it does. Fortunately, Zubat doesn't know that powerful attacks. It can confuse and cause a bunch of status problems and the like, and it causes quite a bit of trouble for Pokemon that are weak against dark attacks because it knows some. But other than that, it's not too bad. See, it knows Bite. Fortunately, Kikucho is not flinching. Okay, its HP is kind of low. Let's see, do we have anybody with a status problem? Does Genetor know Thunder Wave? Yes, he does. I gotta switch to Genetor. Because it's always good to have a status problem on a Pokemon that I'm trying to catch, although you probably know that already because I've done it a bunch of times. See, what did I tell you? That Zubat can confuse Pokemon. That's like what it specializes in. It knows Supersonic. Well, fortunately, the chance of a Pokemon hurting itself in its confusion, the amount of damage it does depends on the ratio of its attack to its defense, and this includes its stat modifiers. And good, Genetor didn't hit itself in its confusion, but I wouldn't have been worried. Genetor is pretty low attack and pretty high defense. Fortunately, it isn't based on special attack, otherwise he would have really been screwed, because special attack is his highest stat. But I'm not worried, I have plenty of Pokeballs here. I have 13 Pokeballs and 8 Great Balls, a Premier Ball, and an Ultra Ball, so I'm not worried. Let's just throw a Pokeball. Zubat aren't really that hard to catch. And what did I say I was going to nickname this Zubat? I completely forgot, didn't I? Well, I have one idea of what I'm going to name this Zubat, because one naming scheme I like to use when nicknaming Pokemon is to name Pokemon after a trainer who has that Pokemon. So the only nickname I could really think of now for a female Zubat, I could think of a ton of cool ones for a male Zubat, but the only one I could think for a female Zubat is this, which is actually the name of a gym leader who appeared in Gold and Silver and their remakes, and that nickname is Janine, who is I think the daughter of Koga, the gym leader of Fuchsia City, and she does have a Zubat, well, not a Zubat, but a Crobat. At least I think it's a Crobat anyway, that's like the Pokemon she specializes in, so I just thought I'd name her Janine. But anyway, let's exit these sewers, because there's something I want to show you. And that was a Rattata, which I don't want to catch. Can I exit these sewers already? But anyway, the reason why I want to show you this is because it is not spring, but summer again. It just occurred to me that I haven't recorded at all since winter, and now I skipped spring, and now it's summer again. But anyway, what I wanted to show you was that if we go back into these sewers here, you'll notice that there's water in them all of a sudden. See, I think you might have recalled in the last episode that I told you that there's water in the sewers in the spring and the summer. So that's one thing that's pretty interesting, so now I have to take a different path to get to other parts of the sewer now. But before I do that, I want to make a couple of team substitutions and also check out the Zubat I caught, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so actually, before I go back to the Pokemon Center to change my team, as soon as I tried to go back into the main part of the city, Iris came and talked to me, so let's see what she has to say real quick. Your friend, he seemed pretty mad. Did everything go okay in the sewers? Well, he kind of had a flip out because he was worried about Team Plasma stealing our Pokemon. So what are you gonna do now? You ran into Gym Leader Berg in the sewers, didn't you? You bet I did, and boy am I excited. Maybe you should go to the Pokemon gym and see how far you come. Not yet. I want to train some of my Pokemon first. I want to get my team to at least level 20 before I challenge the gym. Well, maybe it could be 18, but most likely 20. 20 is usually the level I like my Pokemon to be at before facing Berg. I'm sure battling will help your Pokemon come to understand you better, blah 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 blah. Boring, 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 I know this already. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have shown this. Iris is just gonna say pointless things, right? Well anyway, now I'll really do my team substitution, so I'll see you all later again. Okay, so I am back in the sewers. I made a team substitution, so I took Lassie out of the party and instead put in Janine, my new Zubat, so let's check her out actually. And also in between videos, I looked at my nickname file and I found the nickname I was going to give a female Zubat, which was Keese, which is the name of these bat enemies from the Legend of Zelda games. But I like the name Janine better, so I'm keeping it. I just didn't think of it earlier for whatever reason. So Janine has a serious nature, so that's not bad. And she knows Leech Life, Supersonic, Astonish, and Bite, as you can see on my bottom screen that I could so easily bring up now. So that's pretty cool, nothing terrible or anything, so I'm glad. She is level 14, so she's a little bit behind everybody else. So, since there's water in the sewers, we have, all these bridges that we have to cross instead of going down these stairs. Those are 2 Zubats in a row. Zubats are annoying. I hate Zubats. I absolutely hate them. But anyway, there is also something pretty interesting further down in these sewers, but first we have to fight a trainer, apparently, and I didn't realize I would run into him. If I'd known that I was going to battle him, I would have put Janine first in the party so that she can gain some experience. Everybody has 2 Pokemon, so I guess I can use her against the second Pokemon, and this first one's a Lillipup. And it's actually a good thing that I Kikucho first, because he's about to evolve in the next level up, so this is pretty exciting. Wow, and Kikucho barely survived that because of that Lillipup's stupid takedown attack. That was kind of interesting. So here's Trubbish, is what his next Pokemon is going to be. Trubbish is Poison type, and unfortunately I don't have Nitori, so I can't use her Confusion to my advantage, because that would have been super effective. But instead I'll send out Janine and see how she does, because she's actually resistant to poison attacks, and since she's Poison type herself, she can't be poisoned. So this will be kind of exciting. Let's see what her first battle will be like. I imagine since she's faster, using Bite will be to her advantage, and maybe I'll have her try Supersonic as well, just for the heck of it. Oh, come on. Now, that's the only bad thing about Supersonic, is that it doesn't hit very often. And of course that Trubbish is going to use Double Slap, but it's not doing a whole lot of damage with it, and why did that get a critical hit? That's not bad. That's not good. But hey, now that Trubbish is confused, and now I can attack it for real. And for some reason that Trubbish is faster than Janine. I don't know why that is, but let's see if Janine can do well against this thing anyway. Yeah, basically spamming Bite after that was the way to go. Unfortunately, that Trubbish hurt herself in his confusion quite a lot, so that was good. It basically inflicted the same annoyance that wild Zubats cause us on this trainer. That poor trainer. I hate to have had him suffer through that. But hey, at least we got to hear Janine's theme straight away, so that was pretty cool, right? And I better heal Kikucho because he's low on HP. Let's see, do I have any fresh waters? I better. Yes, I have 3 fresh waters, I'll use one of them, and I should really get more healing items, but whatever. I'll actually switch to having... I don't know, who should I put first in the party? I'll actually try putting... No, I'll stick with... No, I'll put Genetor first in the party. I think Genetor might be better at running away from Pokemon. I'm not sure if he will or not, but let's see. Well, about the same chance of running away as Kikucho was, but hey, there's an item. Let's see what it is. Well, gee, I wish we had a smoke ball, and the thing about a smoke ball, which is an item, which is a held item that lets you flee from a wild battle, we can't even get those until we get quite a few more badges, which is really dumb in terms of this game. In fact, the only way to get a smoke ball now at this point in the game is to go over to the Verbank complex and steal one from a wild coughing, because they can hold them. But that's like the only way to get one right now. And I ended up doing that in my playthrough of Black 2, so I ended up getting that, and you actually get 2 free smoke balls later on, so I now have 3 of them in that game, so as if you need more than one, right? But here's a trainer, so I'm gonna switch to Janine being first, just because she can use the experience. And she has the amulet coin, so that'll help us earn more money from this. Is this guy a trainer? I guess that guy isn't a trainer. He's just standing there to tell me that there are trainers. Well, gee, how pointless is that? A person who's not a trainer but just stands there and tells us that there are trainers. Okay, that is kind of funny. Are there gonna be any more trainers before this point that we get to... that was another wild Zubat, and... Okay, here is, I think, a trainer. Let's have... Janine battle this one, I guess. As if there's anything better for her to do. Actually, Janine is pretty good at running away from wild Zubats, apparently, so that's kind of interesting. It apparently takes a Zubat to run away from a Zubat. But anyway, here's a trainer battle. I don't know if it's gonna be that exciting, so I might just kind of speed through this. Oh, here's a Drillbur. I don't know if Janine's gonna be able to do much against this thing, because Drillbur had pretty high attack power, and this one's at level 17. Yeah, I think I might have to switch to either Kikucho or Flik for this. I'll switch to Flik, just because, well, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, I guess I'll switch to Flik. Why not? Despite that mud slap lowering Flik's accuracy, Flik was able to pull through. Hooray for Flik. I wonder when Janine is ever gonna level up. I really want her to. But oh well. And I think I'll keep Janine first in the party, because she's apparently good for running away from Pokemon, and this is a dead end because the water level is high. Yeah, I was right. Janine apparently is good at running away from wild Rattata. That is really interesting, actually. And unfortunately, I can't use any repels, because Janine is at a lower level than a lot of the Pokemon in here. Meaning I'll basically just have to deal with all the wild Pokemon that are appearing in here. But what we have up there is a doctor. Remember the doctors and nurses from White 1? Well, we get to fight another one here, and after we battle this guy, he'll restore all our he'll heal all our Pokemon, so that'll be really nice. This is actually it's actually really good that he's in here, because this is great when we're training in here. But anyway, this is a Sewaddle, and I think this should be pretty easy, since Sewaddle's attacks are all going to be not very effective against Janine, so this I think shouldn't be too bad. Wow, that battle took a lot longer than I expected, and I ended up having to switch to Genetor, and he almost faded too. Well, I should say it, not he. Genetor is genderless, but hey, at least Janine leveled up, and better yet, she learned Wing Attack, which is an attack that could have helped her a lot in the battle against Sewaddle if only she had learned it earlier. But anyway, what should I forget? Leech Life or Astonish? This is a really good question, actually. Probably Astonish, because it has almost the same type coverage as Bite does. And almost the same effect as well, in that it causes flinching. And I guess Leech Life could be useful in a pinch, even though it's practically useless already anyway. It's just annoying. And yay, we get our Pokemon healed, which is good because my Pokemon took quite a bit of damage in that battle, all against a Sewaddle of all things. But hey, besides this item, there's actually something interesting in this room up here ahead of us, and this item is a leftover, so that'll be really helpful. Okay, so also this lady in here is apparently a researcher who is researching toxins in the sewers, which is a really putrid thing to research. But anyway, if we talk to her every day, well, you'll get to test the results of her experiments. And today it was a success! Yay! Meaning we get a super potion. I think if it's not a success, we won't get nothing. I think we'll just get a regular potion or something. But we got lucky and we got a super potion. How super is that, right? Okay, I think I should stop making bad jokes, really. Is there anything else here up to the left? Stupid Rattata. It bit me. Why did the Rattata bite me? Is there anything else in here out of curiosity? No, just an empty room with an empty trash can. Well, gee. Well, I think this was all I really wanted to explore of the sewers, so I'll go back out and we'll see you again at another place, so I'll see you in a bit. Oh, well this I didn't expect. I just defeated a wild Rattata on the way out of the sewers, and now all of a sudden Nimbus leveled up and now he's evolving. So this is pretty exciting. Let's watch Nimbus evolve really quick. It's always exciting watching Pokemon evolve, isn't it? But Riolu is one of those Pokemon that evolves by happiness, so I had no idea when he was going to evolve, but apparently now his happiness is high enough. So yay! Nimbus is now a Lucario! That was actually really quick. I didn't expect him to evolve so quickly. I guess I had just been walking around with him a lot, and that's why he evolved. But anyway, going back to the Pokemon Center, which is what I was doing. Okay, I am back in the top part of the sewers again, because there's some other area in here that I want to show you. And that area is actually right up here, right by where we fought the Team Plasma Grunt earlier. First, let's see what's off to the left. Looks like there's something here. Something that's guarded by a wild Zubat, apparently. And oh, it's an item. Let's see what it is. It's a heart scale. Another one of those things that won't become useful until we defeat Clay. Not Elisa, as I pointed out. And here I am thinking Grimer are rare. I just encountered the third one since I walked into the sewers, so maybe Grimer aren't as rare as I thought they were. But this area up here is the Relic Passage. It's just past where we fought the Team Plasma Grunt. Now, the cool thing about this place is there are a few new Pokemon in here that we haven't seen yet. There's also a few trainers down there, but actually, let's see what this Pokemon is. It might be helpful. You see, this is a Roggenrola, which was the Rock-type Pokemon that we caught in White 1 that we gave the nickname Brock and then traded away for an Emolga. But I'm not going to bother with Roggenrola this time around. I don't really care for it that much. And there's another reason why I'm not going to catch it, and you won't even discover that reason until much later. But for now, I'm just going to say that I'm not even going to bother with Roggenrola. But here we have an item. Let's see what it is. An escape rope. Okay, that's nice. If we get stuck down here, we have a way of getting out. And there's a trainer. Will we have to fight him? Well, not yet, and I don't really feel like fighting him yet, although we might have to fight that backpacker down there. Yeah, let's have another battle. I actually made another substitution. I put Kuhulan and Lumina in the party, so let's have Lumina battle. Lumina hasn't battled in quite a while. So that'll be kind of interesting. Let's see what this trainer has. Because I think there might be another item down in the bottom left corner of this dungeon. I don't know if that's true or not, but it'll be interesting to find out. And this trainer's using a Herdier, nothing special. Well, it's too bad I swapped out Nimbus. Nimbus would have been really helpful in this battle, since he would have also not only had his attacks be super effective against the Herdier, but also he would have been resistant to that Herdier's normal attacks, him being Steel type. So that would have helped, but instead we're fighting this Herdier, and paralyzing it seems to help a little, so that's something. And Lumina was just barely able to defeat that Herdier. Well, that makes sense, given that Herdier was 3 levels higher than her, but hey, at least she leveled up, so that's something. Wow, and she almost gained 2 levels. That Herdier was strong. Oh, wow. It's a good thing I was using an evolved Pokemon. If I'd used something like Flik, I would have been in trouble. And this is just another Roggenrola. Ho-hum. Yeah, I should really take Lumina out of being first in the party. She does not have a lot of HP left. I'm gonna put Kuhulan. Actually, I should put Kikucho first in the party, especially since I think he'll evolve on the next level up, which I think I already mentioned in the video, and there doesn't really seem to be anything down here, unless there's, something in that patch down there. No, this is just another Roggenrola. I'm just gonna have Kikucho fight it, because it can certainly deserve the experience. The only thing I don't like about these Roggenrolas, though, and you'll see this, well, actually, maybe you won't. If that attack were about to KO the Roggenrola, its Sturdy ability would have activated, and that would have been basically forced Kikucho to 2-shot rather than 1-shot it. But, hey, this is a 2-shot anyway. Will Kikucho level up? Yeah! Kikucho got to level 16, and I think it's about time to stop the video right now, actually, but we'll actually get to see Kikucho, wait a minute. Kikucho's not evolving? Kikucho's not evolving? I always forget what level the starters evolve at. Maybe it's not 16, maybe it's 17 or 18 or something, and there doesn't appear to be an item down there. Well, here I am thinking that Kikucho would have evolved, and he turned out not to evolve after all. Well, gee, I'll go back to putting Kuhulan first in the party again. But anyway, I think it's about time to stop the video right now, so in the next part of Let's Play Pokemon White 2, we'll explore this Relic Passage more, because I think there are a couple of other Pokemon that could be found here, but then we'll move on to other new and interesting places to explore.